guys, welcome back to another video. It's been 2 weeks now since I've owned my brand new 23 BRZ, and I kind of just want to do a little cross comparison here. This is my roommate's 17 WRX, definitely a lot faster than my 2018 Subaru WRX, but again, it's been 2 weeks and I've done a few things to it. The front half of my car I PPF'd and clear broad. I did the back half of the car tinted 5%, and I added pretty much just overall OEM STI tidbits from factory. Install was not that bad, but it involved a lot of drilling, I must say. As if you guys have seen my shorts, this rear spat is something that I'm still kind of on the fence about, but I want to do a little quick walk around in this of my car and kind of just show you guys, you know, how she sits currently before we go for a little quick drive. So yeah, she's shiny as hell. Love it. Beautiful. No regrets leaving my 2018 Subaru WRX for this 23 BRZ. This is my poor man's Porsche. Front lip. Front lip was a very involved process. For those of you who are interested in getting the OEM, I can't say much about the GR86 because I'm sure the lip is a little bit differently, but if you guys have the BRZ, it involves a lot of drilling and a lot of patience, and so I'll just leave it at that. But this is kind of where she currently sits at. Before I go for a little quick drive, I'm still kind of sitting on the fence. I bought a bunch of stuff, guys. I spent over $5,000 already in the last two weeks of owning this car, and I got a bunch of stuff from CB Speed, Fumoto oil drain valve, very simple stuff that you guys have seen so many contents about. Ray lug nuts. These are aftermarket lug nuts, but the most important thing here is these wheels. What's weird is I got Ankies. I want y'all to guess what these wheels are going to be, but I only got 2 so far. I bought a set of 4, but half of them got here, and the other half I'm still waiting on, and they won't get here until later towards the end of the week, which is weird because I've never seen wheels get shipped in a half-half segment before. So, again, kind of strange, but this is me owning my BRZ. I absolutely love it. I have no qualms with leaving the WRX scene. Definitely a car is a lot slower. I'll keep prefacing this and I'll keep saying this over and over again. The car is a lot slower than my 18 WRX, but right out the gate, in terms of fun and enjoyment, she is way more fun, and hands down I'll pick her over the WRX any day. So I don't know if I preface this also, but her name is Melanie. I decided to name this girl Melanie. So let's go for a drive-in Melanie, and I kind of want to just show you everything. This is a limited. I ordered homegirl to spec exactly how I wanted everything to be, and inside, gorgeous. In the previous video, I've told you guys that I went from a 2018 Subaru WRX to this 23 BRZ, and I want to keep saying this over and over again, that if you guys see that? Okay, so before that, I have non-copyrighted music on my iPhone playing right now, and I kind of actually wanted to show you guys what it's like with this head unit, because I know that many of us VA owners had a lot of problems with our stock head unit. It was hot garbage. But as you guys can see, I just got into my car, and it is playing immediately, right? I love it. I love this, and this is something that I always wanted, right out the gate from my WRX. I never had that, and I had to go aftermarket. I had to seek aftermarket in order to get just something as simple as a reliable and user-friendly head unit. So I'm playing, itty bitty non-copyright music, and it's easy. I love it. It's like head unit, amazing, guys. I said this in my other video. Perfect, amazing. So again, I lost my train of thought, but as I was saying, coming out of a 4-door all-wheel drive vehicle, which I love, absolutely love. I don't have any hate towards my 2018 WRX or my brothers and sisters who are still currently on the V8 platform. But my biggest concern was coming into this car. This car is a lot slower, and it is not as practical on paper. But after you drive this car, you come to realize that this car is so fun to drive. And for those of you who, I'll just say, want to be a little bit more selfish, and you guys don't have to deal with backseat drama, you guys don't have to deal with, you know, all-wheel drive, practicality, etc., and you guys just want a car that's just specifically for you, then by all means, I highly recommend getting the BRZ/GR86. Again, that's your personal preference. For me, I'm a brand loyalist. I love Subaru. You know, as finicky as Subaru is, has as much, you know, tug of war, love and hate that I've ever had with Subaru, I will still stand by them till the very end. So this is why I went along with my poor man's Porsche with the little Miata facelift. So I've talked a little too much, but yeah, guys, let's go for a drive. She is still currently on stock height, and as you guys can tell, I have 1/2 of my track wheels. And you know, the primary reason why I decided to go to this platform is because I wanted to do focus on driver's mod. I felt as though, just personally for me, guys, nothing, no hate, no attack against anyone else, but the WRX and STI platform is a phenomenal platform. However, it doesn't take any skill in driving that vehicle. The all-wheel drive system is phenomenal. Hey, it's VA. The all-wheel drive system helps you so much. And yeah, granted, you know, I've done a lot of like toge driving. I've done a lot of cruises with, you know, close friends and such. But the all-wheel drive system kicks in, and it makes you feel like you're a better driver than what you really are. And you know, unfortunately for me, I always knew that I'm a novice driver. I had a lot of fun and a lot of experience, but I kind of wanted to use this chapter of my life to get into a car that is affordable and something that I truly love. And you know, I took a gamble, and I love this car. And this time I want to learn about me. I want to learn about who I am as a driver and what I really want. So when I went into the WRX, I went on a budget. And, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but being on a budget sucks. I don't ever recommend being on a budget. If you guys are very, you know, proper with finances and such, and you guys have a game plan, save and always go after exactly what it is that you want. I don't ever recommend settling for less. So I went for the base WRX, specifically on the fact that, you know, I had a budget. And although I had an amazing time, there was a lot of little things that I wish I had, and there was things that I wish I could have lived without. And so now as I've moved forward, I realized that power isn't everything to me. Okay, I had a WRX which was very capable, definitely not the fastest on the road, but faster than most folks on the road. So I only had her at a Stage 2 Plus Cabo TS, and I could have definitely pushed her even further, but power wasn't what I was searching for in that platform. And now moving on to this vehicle, the reason why it fit my needs so much is because in this car, I'm not searching for power. I'm searching for a driver's mod. I want to be a better driver. And you know, this is kind of like me going back to the bare basics, the bare bones, and kind of just, you know, starting from the ground up again. So that's really just the gist of it. And again, maybe I sooner or later I may come to hate this car, but in the 2 weeks that I've owned this car, absolutely love it. She's currently sitting at 382.2 miles. So I'm still in my break-in period. I'm trying to drive this car as much as I can, but it is so much fun to drive this car, but it's not fast. It is quick, but she's not fast. And I have all this like wish list of things that I want to do with this car and do to this car, but we'll just kind of wait and see, because again, I've already spent so much money the last 2 weeks already of just barely getting this car. So as a content creator, this is kind of one of the things that I'm going to struggle with, is like, I don't have the budget to necessarily constantly keep buying a bunch of shit, right? So I hope you guys will stay tuned to that, but I kind of just want to give you guys the approach from, you know, an outsider, as someone who is just kind of just gambled and threw the dice and decided, hey, like, I want to go for this platform and let's see what this platform has to offer. And currently it's not disappointing me. Right now, the last thing that I kind of want to touch on before I end this video is I've watched enough YouTube videos to kind of understand the differences between the at least stock to stock, the GR86 to the BRZ. And the BRZ is hands down a better daily driver, because the suspension, everything is a lot softer, and like even just watching all the YouTube videos of people, you know, commenting and like kind of expressing their 2 cents on just this car as a whole, I'm glad I chose the BRZ, because the BRZ is hands down a better daily driver, quote unquote. Suspension is really, really soft. And I don't know, I've never been to the track. I'm still working towards going to the track. I'm still kind of gearing up, trying to figure out what I need to buy, and I want to do things right the very first time. So you know, stay tuned for those type of contents. But for now, at least in terms of just overall first impressions and ownership of this car, I think this car kills it, you know. And I think maybe if you want a more track-ready car right out the gate, go right for the GR86. But the BRZ is definitely, in my opinion, the better daily driver, just because of how soft the suspension is. And you know, this is a long-winded discussion of me kind of looping back to my ownership with my 2018 Subaru WRX, which was lowered an inch and a half on RCE yellows. Of course, if I want to go suspension in this car, I'm not going to go lowering spring system. I'm actually going to go ham and going to go all in with getting coilovers, because you do it once and you don't cry anymore, right? That's kind of the general rule of thumb. And so I have the wheels that I want on this car, but I haven't really yet decided on what coilovers I want to rock for this car, because the main reason is just really that I've been lowered for such a long time, and it's so nice to be back at stock height. Wheel gap sucks, okay? When you get out the car and you look at your car, wheel gap sucks really badly, but man, the suspension ride is phenomenal. And I've seen enough videos too where people complain like, man, I regret ever messing with the suspension, because now my car drives like crap. And this is my biggest fear. It's like, you know, like I've been lower for such a long time on the WRX. Now that I just got my BRZ, as much as I just want to lower this car and make it look good, and I want it to be track capable, I'm kind of still on the fence about it. So this is just a me problem. I know it's just specifically me. I know many people in this car chassis are a lot younger, and they're a lot more willing to just do things and kind of turn a blind eye. But for me, I'm very methodical in how I approach and do things. And so I don't know, I just want to share my 2 cents about this. Like, this car is already so amazing to me out the gate, and I think this is, you know, the irony of it is that I will pick the BRZ, and I will keep it way longer than I would my own WRX that I previously had. If I had them both in my hands right now, I would pick this new car over the the WRX. And it's not biasness in terms of the fact that she's a new toy. It's just the fact that, like, I get so much more enjoyment out of this car than I did my WRX. And I've had friends too who've had the STI, and I give them kudos too. That the STI platform is an amazing car. Amazing transmission feel, brakes are phenomenal. I just hated the EJ motor, and I just hated everything that pertained to the engine bay and just working on that damn car. But I know the legacy, I know the history, and I really appreciate it for what it is. But as an owner, it was just something that I never saw myself as being a part of. It was just kind of like, well, I'm just one of those type of people that I just kind of wanted to acknowledge it off in the distance. But this car, I feel like I could be definitely more engaged and more in tune with, you know, like just the culture of like going to the track, you know, being very slow but having so much fun. And I'll leave you guys with this. Before coming into this platform, I've always envied everyone who had a rear-wheel drive, lightweight, low-powered vehicle like the S2K, the Miata, and even this 8.6 platform. And I was always asking myself, why are these people so goddamn happy with that stupid car? Because that car looks great. It's very attractive. These three cars are beautiful. But man, guys, you guys are slow as shit. And I had an ego. As a WRX owner, I was like, oh yeah, I got turbocharged, got all-wheel drive, and blah blah blah. I got the convex support, and I got all this aftermarket support, and blah. But then, as you know, as someone who actually is entering this platform, I realized the joy, the sheer joy, in the ownership of this car. And I take back what I've said. I formally want to apologize for all the hate that I've exuded in the past. And now, as a current owner, I want to say, I hope you guys welcome me into the group and accept my apology, because now I actually understand. So for those of you guys who are interested, I highly recommend, don't be like me and just kind of take the gamble and jump into this car and just buy it. Go for a test drive, and you guys will know exactly how I feel. And you know, some other people, you guys may be, you know, completely against me. You're like, hey Tom, you're a load of crap, man. Like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but this car is slow as crap, and this isn't really my cup of tea. And you know, there's nothing against that, right? Everyone is different. Everyone has their own needs. But I kind of just wanted to share with you guys my 2 cents after 2 weeks of owning this car. So with that, guys, I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If not, otherwise, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.